Good morning, friends. I hope you are all doing well. I got up bright and early today because I want to tackle some of the housekeeping jobs that I have been putting off for far too long. Among other things, we are going to make a trip to the Mennonite General Store. It's in Canaan, New York, because I need to restock my sugar and flour supplies, and the general store sells pantry staples in bulk. Also, I want to polish my silver and organize the cabinets and drawers in my dining room sideboard. But before we do anything, I want to cook a whole chicken in the Instant Pot. The chicken will give me both menu inspiration and wonderful chicken stock. Just looking for my vegetable peeler here. This is one of the carrots from my garden that we harvested in, I think, September. And then I stored the carrots. Well, I blanched and froze some of the carrots, and others I put in plastic bags and just stored them in the refrigerator. And I know the ones in the refrigerator, all these months later, are still as fresh and sweet and as wonderful as the day I harvested them. I'm going to add this carrot to my chicken. Also going to add some homegrown celery that you and I blanched and froze. And I'm going to thaw this celery very quickly in the microwave. Otherwise, if I put frozen things in the Instant Pot, it will really take a long time for the Instant Pot to come to pressure. And I think I have some frozen onion on hand as well. I do indeed have frozen onion. That is my microwave waiting for me to acknowledge it. I'm not going to add any salt or pepper to this chicken because I like to season my chicken and chicken stock when I go to use it in recipes. Well, we are partially thawed here after 1 minute. Going to do the same with my onion. Do I want a second carrot? I think so. Look at this one. I'm going to wash this quickly. Put you away for a moment. And here is the chicken. Now this is it's a little over 6 pounds. And in the Instant Pot, you cook a whole chicken 6 minutes per pound at high pressure. So that will be about 36 minutes, maybe 38 minutes. There's a package of giblets that I can freeze. And then we are not supposed to rinse the chicken. If you rinse the chicken, any bacteria can go flying all over your kitchen. So no rinse, for me anyway. In goes the celery and the carrot and the onion. I need to wash my hands. Hands are clean. So now I need to add water to the Instant Pot. You only need 1 cup of water to operate this pressure cooker. I'm going to use 4 cups of water because I want to have at least 1 quart of good chicken stock. In you go. On goes the lid. Oh, I need to plug this in. And I'm going to do 38 minutes. High pressure, 38 minutes, and my steam valve is locked. I'm going to clean up here, and then while the chicken is cooking, I can get started polishing the silver. This silverware was an anniversary gift that we bought for ourselves for one of our anniversaries. I think it was maybe 10 years ago or so. And the set is from I think it's from the 1930s, maybe the 1920s. Actually, the silver was made in 1941. It's from Reed and Barton, and the pattern is called Renaissance. I use this sterling flatware whenever I want my guests or just myself to feel special, which, in all honesty, is pretty much every day. Polishing silver is about as entertaining as watching paint dry, but I really don't mind the job. It's a zen-like activity for me. I can think happy thoughts while I'm tackling this beautification project. And I've done all of my dinner forks and salad forks, and now I'm on to the teaspoons. Oh, and I did the cream soup spoons as well. It's actually rather nice doing this job in front of the fire. It's very cold here. Dinner knives, and they are in good shape. I do not have to polish them. And the next thing I have to do is rinse all of this silverware. Oops, you go in here. Actually, since I have my polish out, I might as well polish this 19th century silver wine holder. I got this in London many, many, many years ago. And there, now we can rinse everything. Now, I simply need to dry all of this silverware. And then I can put it back into its box. And my chicken is done. I just need to let it go through a natural pressure release, oops, for 15 minutes. And there will be a treat after we have accomplished all of our household tasks today. And that treat is right here. It's the chocolate Cabernet cake that you and I made together in the previous episode, which was a Valentine's Day episode. I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. And that cake, let me tell you, I've made chocolate red wine cakes before, but this one was uniquely delicious. I had to summon all of my willpower not to eat the entire cake yesterday. As I said, it will make a nice reward for doing these jobs today. I don't know if you can tell from your camera view, but all of this silver is just gleaming. I'm very happy with the job. Put all my salad forks together. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Dinner forks. Forgotten salad fork. Cream soups. Teaspoons. I'm going to put this away, and then we can do a manual pressure release on the Instant Pot. Actually, we can do that right now. This looks wonderful, and it smells like home cooking. Now, I'm going to take this off. So I need to remove the rack that holds the chicken. This is hot. And we can put the chicken over here. And then I want to strain the stock. And I'm happy to report that this made more than 1 quart of stock. Now, I need to let everything cool. I'm going to move this out of the range of Avery, my dog. Or I should say, my dog Avery. And once the stock and the chicken have cooled, I will remove the chicken from the bones and I will jar up the stock. And while we wait for the cooling to happen, we can get started organizing the dining room sideboard. Here is the sideboard in my dining room. The sideboard is not an antique, nor is it precious to me. It's just a functional piece of furniture, and it is in dire need of decluttering. So what I'm going to do is take my good tablecloth off of the dining table, put some other cloth down, and then we can empty this whole thing out. As part of this organizing project, I'm going to empty out the cabinet on the right and the cabinet on the left. So I have my very old, but not expensive, off-white and gold dinner plates, salad plates, and soup plates. I don't use them a whole heck of a lot, but I'm going to keep them because they match. And then here, I have these brown and white rimmed plates. I don't really love these plates. Also, I don't have matching salad and soup plates to go with them, so I think I'm going to donate these to a local charity shop. And then I have some abstract large white plates, which I do use sometimes for cakes and things like that. So I will keep them. Now, I want to dust these cabinets. So now I can return all of the plates and bowls. Get ready for the drawers. I'm going to take this whole drawer out. So I have placemats, which I don't often use. These are in good shape. This drawer is a mess, but the drawer above it is in even worse shape. And in the comments, let me know what you keep in your sideboard. I'm really not sure what we're supposed to keep there. These are paper placemats, kind of pretty. But I think they're really more for outdoor dining. This is a tosser. I have some bags here. So the things I'm tossing can go in this bag. And I have a bunch of these vinyl type placemats, which I really don't like. Boy, this drawer has really become a catch-all. I'm not going to keep any of these placemats. More paper placemats, but I only have a couple, so you can actually go in the recycle. Here I have looks like a lace tablecloth. This will have to go someplace else. So this bag is what I'm tossing. I have another bag, which we will call someplace else. And what is this? This is a table runner with a nice stain in it. I don't love it, and in my heart of hearts, I know that I will never use it. Out it goes. Envelopes, some of them stamped. Okay, envelopes are still, some of them are blank and they're still good, so this will be in the someplace else drawer, or rather bag. Place cards for dinner parties. I never use place cards. Out they go. Cut tiles. I have no idea why I have these and why they are in this drawer. And a bunch of partially burnt candles, which I will not keep. Your 2 candles I will keep. Empty box. Okay, let me vacuum out this drawer. I should really put a drawer liner in here, but I don't have one at the moment. Now, before I return anything to this drawer, I really need to go through the second drawer. Here's the worst of the worst. A one-of-a-kind napkin. Out you go. More candles. I do want to keep all of my candles because candles are very expensive and I do use them. Coasters, which I do use. Trivet, I do use. More candles. I think I bought these things when I was doing a Halloween video. They're little ghosts on skewers. Definite keepers. Just not in here. What is this? This is a candle snuffer. Am I ever going to use this? It is really large. I'm not going to use it. I just found a gold mine. These are crystal salt cellars that my friend Ed gave to me many years ago. Somehow, they got buried at the bottom of this drawer. There are a lot of them. These are little clips from when I add leaves to this table, which lately has been never. So now my goal is to only have things that I use regularly in this dining room located in these drawers. I ended up keeping all of my candles, including the partially burnt ones. They will come in handy should the electricity or my generator ever fail. I think I'm pretty well organized here. I have my candles, my salt cellars. These are actually sterling silver salt and pepper shakers, a gift. Too bad I didn't polish them earlier when I was polishing my silverware, but we will get to that another time. Now let's put this drawer back. And there we are, 2 drawers organized. And I have things to give away. I have things to put someplace else. And if I forgot to mention it, I do have a china cabinet. It's not in great shape over in the north wing. And I have, well, you've seen it before. I have a lot of really nice china over there. So these are not my only dinner plates and bowls and salad plates. So this bag goes to the thrift shop. These items I have other spaces for. This is the row away. I'm going to take care of these bags. And then I think the chicken is cool enough. I will remove the meat from the bones and I'll show you what I end up with. Well, I didn't think you'd want to watch me pull chicken meat from chicken bones, so I went ahead and did that off camera. But look at all of the beautiful chicken meat I ended up with. And then I have my stock, which is cool enough. You can transfer it to a jar. Look, it's already turned gelatinous. I'm going to need 2 jars. I ended up with 2 full quarts of chicken stock, even though I only added 1 quart of water to the Instant Pot. That was 1 bargain chicken. I got a lot of meat and 2 quarts of stock. I'm going to pop one of these into the freezer, the other into the refrigerator, and I will refrigerate my stock because I'm going to use it fairly quickly. And I will use the chicken for tea sandwiches in a future video. And some of the chicken I will probably use for either chicken and dumplings or a chicken pot pie. I'm going to put these away, and then we're going to head to the general store in Canaan, New York, because as I mentioned earlier, I'm running perilously low on both flour and sugar. And the store sells flour and sugar in bulk. And here we are at the Canaan General Store. This Mennonite General Store is a paradise for both cooks and bakers. I will show you my small haul when we return home. We are home again. Here is the haul. I got a 50-pound bag of all-purpose flour, a 25-pound bag, this is heavy, of granulated sugar, and then just some fun stuff. I got these lemon snap cookies, which are utterly delicious. They're thin and crisp and super lemony. I want to try to reproduce them. Turkish sun-dried tomatoes that we will use in a Tuscan dish that I'm planning to do very soon. And also just for fun, this all-natural soup greens. This is dehydrated bell peppers and onion, and I need my glasses. Dried carrots, dried onion, dried red bell peppers, dried celery, dehydrated tomato, dried green bell peppers, and so on and so forth. It's all natural. And I think this will be fun to try either in a soup or maybe even a pasta sauce. And then I got my beloved Minerva butter. This is either Amish or Mennonite butter. Super delicious. Pop this into the fridge. So that's a lot of butter. And then I have my food storage buckets over here, including a new one, which I need to label. It will be for the granulated sugar. Here is the bucket. So these are 5-gallon buckets with gamma lids. They are airtight. And I ordered these online, and I can link them in the description below if you are interested. And we're going to put the sugar in one. Two things I use a lot of in baking are flour and sugar. So I always like to have backup on hand. And this will go over to my food storage area. And then I have 2 buckets to contain this 50-pound bag of flour. I'm going to do this on the floor. Well, flour went on the floor, on my pants, on my sweatshirt, and also into the buckets. On go the lids. I'm going to carry all of these buckets over to my food storage area, and then we are going to reward ourselves with some chocolate cake. Now, just a reminder, this is the chocolate Cabernet Sauvignon cake that you and I made together for a Valentine's dinner in the previous episode. I've already tried the cake, but I haven't yet tried it today. Oh, oh, oh. This cake is so fabulous. It's the kind of cake that honestly makes me go weak in the knees. And it was so incredibly easy to make. I hope you will give it a try. And thank you for taking time out of your day to spend a few moments with me. It feels great to have the pantry staples restocked and to have both chicken and chicken stock on hand for our next cooking project. Of course, it also feels nice to have the dining room sideboard decluttered and organized. Now that was a job. I will have another video for you on Friday, and until then, please treat yourself very, very well. Please try this cake, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye for now, friends.